Hi, I'm the Tabletop teacher. In this video, I will show you how to introduce the concept of actions and tokens into your game. Actions and tokens are a very important part of the Heroclix game mechanics. The basic rules, not the core rules, but the basic rules meant as an introduction to the game, ignore them completely. If you think you can handle it though, I suggest you include this part of the game as early as possible because it makes the game so much more interesting. If you're in your first few games, this is how I suggest you approach the concept. In order to win the fight and save the day, most characters can push themselves beyond their limits, but this takes a toll on them. This is, in essence, what the use of actions and tokens simulates. This is how it works. When you choose to move a character, or if you have that character use any power that is not described as a free action, you place a token under that character as the action resolves. This happens even if you miss your attack. Characters can only be given one such action per turn. Most characters will need to take a breath on the following round. You won't be able to give them another non-free action 2 rounds in a row, not unless you push them. Let's see how this plays out. A parademon shoots at Black Lightning. We place a token under its dial. Let's say it misses the attack. On his turn, Black Lightning shoots back at the parademon, so we place a token under his dial. Let's say he also misses his attack. On the following turn, the parademon already has a token, so it cannot be given another non-free action this turn. It can't attack. It needs to clear its token this turn. Now, Black Lightning could do the same, but decides to push himself in order to get rid of this parademon nuisance. He chooses to shoot again, which requires us to place a second action token under his dial. He hits. Let's say he deals enough damage to knock out the parademon. But since he pushed himself, Black Lightning will suffer 1 click of pushing damage for that second token. In our example here, this was worth it because he got rid of the parademon. But keep in mind that it's a gamble. You could push a character and miss. On the next turn, Black Lightning will have no other choice but to clear his tokens. 2 is the maximum number of tokens any character can have at any given time. The use of tokens, taking actions into account, adds a layer of strategy to the game. There are some characters that you will actually want to push in order to access more interesting powers on the dial. You also have a limited number of actions you can give your force on your turn. The build total of the game determines this. You get 1 action for every 100 points of the game's build total. Let's say you're playing a 300-point game, then each player gets 3 actions per turn. This means that if you decided to make your team a swarm of 6 parademons, you will only be able to give actions to 3 of those characters on each turn. But if you choose a 2-man army strategy for your 300-point game, you will only be able to use 2 actions per turn, since that third allowed action is lost on the account that you cannot give more than 1 non-free action per turn to your characters. So, in short, you get a limited number of actions to give when it's your turn. Each character on your force can only be given a single non-free action per round, like moving or attacking. And a character cannot be given a non-free action 2 rounds in a row, unless you push that character. In most cases, this will cost the character a click of damage. There's more to say about actions and tokens, but I hope this gave you a general understanding of the concept. It takes some getting used to, but it really adds to the game. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe to the Tabletop Teacher, and of course, thanks for playing with me.